fires, and the one at the wreck came up and it seems to be reading error, and the fire department is going to take care of that. CPS courses offered for lifeguards was offered June the 18th, and the EMT research class will be October 14th to December 16th. The Commission authorized the purchase of equipment racks for additional gear and also for some new hoses. They did a hose test which showed that some of the hoses could not maintain the necessary pressure to fight the fires, and they authorized replacement of those hoses. That's it.
Thank you.
Okay. I'd like to say that, to tell you all that the Lions Club and the Health Club have jointly donated a new defibrillator to the rec department. Is that the one that's reading error?
I certainly hope it's
I hope not. But it's installed, it's brand new, and all the employees have been trained to use it. So thank you very much to the Lions Club and the Health Club for that great gift to the town and to all the residents of Stanford. There is a defibrillator in Town Hall as well, and I'm hoping soon that all Town Hall employees will have a training in it too. The town received a generous donation from the Millbrook School, something the school does every year, as, to quote from their letter, a small token of our appreciation for the town's support of the school and our continuing to work together as neighbors. So that's a very nice thing that they do for the town every year. It is $3,500. So it's a nice gift that can be used and is very helpful. The transfer station brought in, well, I could read the exact amount, $48,517.95 for the first 6 months of the year, which seems to indicate that they will at least break even for 2010. Last year there was a $5,000 deficit, so this is actually very good news that people are using the transfer station, and the number of permits is up from last year. Our mortgage tax revenues seem to be more or less on target for meeting our budget expectations for 2010, so we hope that that is true. July is Wappinger Creek Awareness Month, which is a campaign which is trying to keep all residents aware of the importance of our water, of our creeks, and of our water supply. This week is called Creek Week, and there's actually a Creek Week celebration walk along the creek from the Carey Institute tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. in Millbrook. So if anybody would like to go and learn about the wildlife that grows along the creek and why the creek is so important to us, 5 p.m. at the Carey Institute tomorrow night. The county's senior picnic for Stanford residents is at Wilcox Park on the 21st of July at noon, and of course all seniors are invited to attend. This coming Saturday at 10 a.m., I've invited the Hudson Valley Home Matters, a nonprofit community organization, to come to present ways that we in Stanford can organize supporting resources to enable our seniors to remain in their homes and to be as independent as long as possible. I'm inviting all seniors and anyone who might be interested in participating in such a program in our community to come on Saturday, the 10th of July at 10 a.m. here at Town Hall. And finally, please be in Stanford on the 17th to enjoy Stanford History Day. It's going to be a great day. There are 3 reenactment groups, lots of information about the history of the town, and there are flyers right here on the table if anybody would like to take one. Okay, that's all I have to say. Privilege of the floor. I just want to remind everybody that I'd like you to keep if possible, keep your comments to about 5 minutes, no more. Try to stick to issues and not personal issues, nothing personal. It's not really a time for a big discussion with town board members. There may be a response that someone might want to make. I mean, it's not a hard and fast rule, but it really is a time just for people to express an opinion and for for the public to be heard. So, privilege of the floor. Yes, Ginny.
Ginny Speed, Henslyke Road, Stanfordville. I want to say something about the quotes from the town board minutes that were posted, I assume, by the Republican Party. By quoting from the minutes out of context, it seems that our councilmen, Mark D'Agostino and Tom Dewhurst, are implying that they created Stanford History Day. In fact, Stanford History Day is the sole creation of our supervisor, Virginia Stern. As soon as she was elected, Virginia began working on the idea of a History Day, a celebration of our town's rich and interesting history for the entire community to enjoy. At the February 11th town board meeting, Supervisor Stern described in detail what Stanford history would include. Lots of information about all aspects of our town's history, Civil War reenactment groups, old-fashioned children's games, and many other things. She then asked if anyone on the board would make the motion to establish the day. It is good that Councilman D'Agostino and Dewhurst supported Virginia's idea. It's going to be a wonderful event in town. But I think it should be made very clear that we are going to have this great community event because of our supervisor's initiative and hard work. As a member of the History Day Committee, I can tell you that interested residents have asked to volunteer to work on History Day from many arenas: the Grange, the Lions Club, the Health Club, the Historical Society, the Garden Club, the library. Neither Mr. D'Agostino nor Mr. Dewhurst have ever volunteered to work on Stanford history, nor even expressed any interest in our work and preparations. As they are elected representatives of the people of Stanford, I am very put off that they would allow any public implication of taking credit for something that they have nothing to do with. Thank you.
Any other comments from the floor? Yes, Mel? Yes,
Please speak a little
Mr. Iger.
Mel Iger, Henslyke. I have an offer I hope the town cannot refuse. As some of you might know, since Supervisor Stern had initiated videotapes of town board meetings, which I believe she paid for her own expense at the beginning, the town board has adopted the same. And I have taken it upon myself to get copies of the video from the library. And in order to post them, I'm using YouTube, which is a free service that has some technical restrictions in terms of videos can be not longer than 10 minutes. So each month I spend several hours breaking down the video, making sure that I do not delete anything, and I usually overlap the 10-minute segments. And I posted them on the Stanford for All, which is the Democratic website, so that people who can't make it to the meeting view them. And based on the hit counter, it seems that people are watching. Just recently, the new Republican Party website has put a link to the videos that I placed. And while I applaud the ability to disseminate the information further, it just bothers me just a bit that they seem to take credit for the work that I have done. So